Hey guys, what's good? Triple J Boxing. Now I wanted to talk about the way Haney was looking at the media day workout and the way he's been talking. He says, and he swears on God, he is going for the knockout against Ryan Garcia. He is for certain about that. And if you actually look at the way he is throwing his shots on the pads at the final media day workout, he seems to be sitting down on his shots more. Now, does that mean he's giving in to Ryan Garcia and Ryan Garcia got in his head? Or is that a mind game of Haney where he appears like he's going to go for the knockout, but then again he just reverts back to his old style, which could be a possibility. I mean, either way, I feel like Ryan Garcia and his team are expecting Haney to be more on the boxing, like on the back foot and keeping his distance. So I feel like the mind game doesn't work as well for Haney as it would for Ryan, in the sense that if Haney doesn't decide to fight toe to toe and like he says he wants to and goes for the knockout, I feel like Team Ryan expects Haney not to be aggressive anyway. So either way, if Haney's more aggressive, it obviously plays into Ryan more, but I mean, they're expecting him not to be like that. So, and on the other hand, this is what I want to talk about, guys. Everyone expects, including Team Haney and myself, they expect Ryan to come out guns a-blazing, like he usually does in his fights, like he did against Tank Davis. That was kind of his downfall too. It works, and then it sometimes, that one time against Tank, it didn't work. But obviously there's different circumstances in this fight. He wasn't weight drained. He's more comfortable. But obviously you could say he's less focused this time too. So it's kind of, there's always going to be different factors. But what if he does a total 180? But this will only kind of work though if Haney stays true to what he says, that he swears on God he's going to go for the knockout. So let's just say Haney plays into it and he gets aggressive on Ryan. And let's just say Ryan is the one who plays it safe. Let's see, Ryan is the one on looking for the counter shot and being less aggressive and just looking to land that big shot and not try to get too, not open up too much and get too aggressive like he did against Tank, and get caught himself. So imagine Ryan did that. Now that would be totally shocking if he did that. I mean, like I said, guys, this would only work if Haney actually does try to get aggressive on Ryan. Because if Haney sticks to his boxing ability, like his boxing skills, like he should, and keep a distance, I mean, Ryan won't be able to really implement it as well, the counter shot, because Haney will be very defensive. What I'm saying is, imagine if he got in Haney's head and Haney stays true to his word, like he says he's going to, and he tries to go for the knockout and he says he wants to stand in the middle of the ring with Ryan. And Ryan, on the other hand, instead of him being overly aggressive, he's calculated and he walks Devin into a shot. Now, how crazy would that be, guys? Now, I don't think that will happen because I don't think Devin will want to fight Ryan like that in the center of the ring and stand his ground. I feel like that would, maybe he would do it in spots, but I just don't feel like why he would do, even though he says he's going to, why would he diminish his chances of winning by doing that, right? His best chance of winning is doing what he always does. Why would he get over careless? I really feel like even if he fights like he fought against Loma, because he was standing his ground against Loma and landing good body shots, I feel like if he stands like that distance and that close to Ryan, he's going to pay. Because Ryan's not a small guy like Loma. He's got knockout power. So I feel like I just don't see Haney giving in to that. But if he does and Ryan ends up being the guy who actually walks Haney into something, I think that would be totally shocking. But the way I see it playing out is Haney's just going to be, like how he always is, kind of be more cautious, I feel like, especially at the start of the fight, and then see where it goes from there. Test Ryan's physical and mental condition. That's what I would do if I was Haney's camp. Kind of take it slow at the start and then build off of that if you feel like Ryan's weakening a little bit. But at the start, I don't see Haney giving in to the mind games where he would change his style totally, even though he says he's going to. I just don't see it. I see Ryan trying to maul him right at the start of the fight. Like from round one, I just see Ryan go guns blazing and tries to like jump him. That's the way I see it going. And he did do that in their amateur fights a couple times, especially one notable one where he beat Haney. He just jumped him. And he's done that against other fighters. He tried doing that against Tank. So I feel like I think that's what Haney expects too. So, and Ryan expects Haney to not be aggressive. So I feel like that's how it'll go. But like you never know, guys. You just never know what's actually going to play out until fight night. Like I made another video. There's a lot of unknowns going into this fight. A lot of X factors because Ryan's behavior, right? It's totally skewed how the fight's going to play out, right? It's very confusing and you won't know how it's going to play out until it actually happens before eyes, which is the case in a lot of boxing fights where you get two young, hungry fighters fighting against each other. But even more so here, we don't know what's going to happen, right? How each fighter is going to respond. Because we've never seen a build-up like this. We've never seen a fighter this erratic, really. Obviously, you got, like, what comes to mind is, like, Mike Tyson build-up, kind of, like, I'll eat your children, like, bite in the ears, like, that kind of stuff. But, yeah, you don't really see too many build-ups like what Ryan's doing, you know what I mean? So, yeah, that's the way I look at it, guys. I would be totally shocked if Ryan was the one who walked Haney into a counter shot. Because we all expect, I think what most people would predict or expect not predict, but they wouldn't be surprised if Haney walked Ryan into something and got like a flash knockdown or something, right? Because Ryan gets overly aggressive. Like you could see that happening, I feel like. And if Ryan gets a knockout, you would be more of him just mauling Haney. That's what you would expect. But you would not expect Haney walking into something, right? Especially a guy who's not known to, he's the one who's more calculated, right? But like I said, with all the stuff going on, has he got in Haney's head? Is Haney going to actually go for the knockout? We'll find out. But I don't know, for some reason I'm getting good vibes from this fight. For some reason, I feel like some people were saying Hagler-Hearn vibes. Obviously, both Hagler and Hearn had knockout power, which is Haney doesn't. But I mean, I know what they're trying to get at, though. Like two young, hungry fighters in their prime, right, going at it. You might, and if you look at all their amateur footage, it is kind of give and take. And obviously they're different now and it is professionals. But I'm saying, since they have history together, maybe they'll want more to prove here, right? They'll want to prove more, and maybe Haney's not lying and he is going to be more aggressive, but in a smart way. I just feel like that will be, even if he does it in spots, he's got to be very careful about it. Especially early. And Ryan, like I said, there's so many unknowns with Ryan. If Ryan has a good gas tank and Ryan is in good physical shape for 12 rounds, I feel like he's got to obviously worry about not getting too careless and walking into shots and getting Haney dropping him. Even if he doesn't hurt him, if he scores knockdowns, that wins rounds. I feel like, yeah, for Ryan, there's so many unknowns. For Haney, you know what he needs to do. He just got to stay disciplined, right? For Ryan, you got to do what you do best with you're a hard puncher and you got tremendous speed, and you just got to follow Derek James' game plan. Don't get too careless and just walk into jabs, walk into shots, because that's how you lose rounds, right? You want to be defensively responsible as well. You shouldn't just throw completely caution to the wind, but yeah, it's this fight can go many different ways, especially since I'll bring up another thing. I'll talk about it in another video, but Devin Haney has never really faced a guy like Ryan Garcia in the sense that not only is the speed and power the greatest he's ever faced, but the guy, he's only 25, so he's young and I think he's hungry because he's passionate about what he's standing up for. If you follow him on social media, the fighting for the kids and all that. So that could transfer to the ring. So you could say he's very hungry, right? He's young and he's in his prime. And if you look at Devin Haney's performances, it's been against guys that haven't really been in their prime. And even the Lomachenko fight, even though I thought Lomachenko beat him, but Lomachenko wasn't in his prime. Rougarou, Prograis, he wasn't old, but he's not a young, hungry fighter like Ryan. Like, it's a different beast when they're in their 20s. In their mid-20s, that's like when they're really hungry. So I feel like it's going to be interesting, guys. I don't know how it's going to go, but like I said, if Ryan wasn't doing any of these antics, it would be less of unknown. You would kind of, I don't know. It's so, you just don't know what you're going to get from Ryan, right? And he's only lost to Tank, and that's another unknown. Tank is arguably the best guy, and he was weight drained. So, yeah, guys, I can't wait. Let me know what you guys think about how this fight will go. Leave in the comments. But yeah, like, imagine if Ryan was the one who was the cautious one and walked Haney into a shot and Haney got overly aggressive. Like, that would be, I don't see that happening. I see more of like, for some reason, I feel like the fight's going to play out like give and take. I do believe Haney that he is going to be more aggressive, but not, I don't know. It's so confusing because I feel like he won't do it, but I feel like since it's against Ryan, a rival that he's fought 6 times, maybe he might. Not because the shit talking. I could be wrong though. Maybe the shit talking is getting to him, but just because they fought 6 times and he wants something to prove kind of thing. But in Ryan, you already know he brings it, right? He's always aggressive. So anyway, guys, let me know what you think about it. It's Triple J Boxing. Thanks for watching. Take care.